Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to share with you a deeply emotional and tragic love story, a story that reminds us how powerful love can be, and how painful it becomes when destiny has other plans. So sit back, listen closely, and let your heart feel every word. It all began in a small coastal town where the sound of the waves blended perfectly with the whispers of young hearts. Ethan was a quiet, humble artist who spent his days painting the ocean, capturing the beauty of sunsets that stretched endlessly across the sky. He believed life was simple until he met her. Her name was Lily, a girl with laughter like music and eyes that held both kindness and mystery. She was new in town, working at a small flower shop near the pier. One evening, Ethan walked past the shop just as Lily was closing. The warm light from inside cast a golden glow on her face, and he stood there for a moment, mesmerized. She noticed him staring, smiled softly, and said, "Do you like flowers?" He laughed nervously and replied, "I like beauty, and it seems I just found it." That was the first of many conversations that would change both of their lives forever. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. They met often, sometimes at the beach, sometimes at the little cafe near the harbor. Ethan painted while Lily read poetry beside him. They didn't need to say much. Their silence spoke louder than words. Every look, every touch, every shared moment built a world of their own, a fragile bubble of love and dreams. But as all love stories go, happiness is often tested by time and fate. One evening, when the sky turned gray and the wind carried the scent of rain, Lily revealed something that shattered Ethan's heart. She told him she was sick, not just sick, but terminally ill. She had leukemia, and the doctors had told her she had less than a year to live. Ethan sat in silence, his brush falling from his hand, his eyes filled with tears, but Lily smiled gently and said, "I didn't want to tell you before. I just wanted you to know me as the girl who lived, not the girl who was dying." From that moment, Ethan made a promise he would make every remaining day of her life beautiful. He painted her favorite flowers, took her to see the stars by the sea, and whispered love into every breath they shared. Together, they lived moments that most people never get to experience in a lifetime. As Lily's health declined, her strength faded, but her spirit never did. She told Ethan, "When I'm gone, promise me you'll keep painting. Promise me you'll capture life the way you see it, not with sadness, but with love." He nodded, holding her trembling hands, silently praying for a miracle that would never come. The last night they spent together was one of quiet rain and soft music. Ethan read her favorite poem, and she rested her head on his shoulder. She whispered, "If there's another world after this one, I'll find you there. Don't stop waiting for me." Those were her final words before she closed her eyes, her breathing slowing, her smile fading into eternal peace. Ethan sat still for hours, unable to move, unable to believe that the light of his life had just gone out. The following days were a blur: the funeral, the condolences, the silence that filled his home. The world seemed colorless, his brushes untouched, his canvases empty. He wandered to the places they had shared: the pier, the cafe, the field of wildflowers, each one echoing her laughter, each one reminding him of what he had lost. But one morning, something changed. As he stood by the ocean, he saw the sunrise reflecting on the waves the same golden light that once shone on Lily's face. It was as if she was there, reminding him of his promise. With trembling hands, he picked up his brush again and began to paint. Not the ocean, not the sky, but her. Her smile, her eyes, her soul. Every stroke carried his pain, his love, his memories. The painting became a masterpiece titled "Lily in the Light." It captured her spirit so perfectly that people from all over came to see it. Yet no one knew the story behind it, no one but Ethan. To them, it was art. To him, it was his heart on canvas. Years passed, and Ethan never married, never stopped painting. His art became his way of keeping her alive. On the anniversary of her death each year, he would go to the pier and release a single white rose into the ocean, and as it floated away, he would whisper, "I'm still waiting." One stormy evening, after many lonely years, Ethan was found in his small studio, sitting peacefully before the same painting of Lily. A brush still rested in his hand, and a faint smile lingered on his lips. It was as if he had finally gone to find her in the world she promised to meet him in. The townspeople buried him beside Lily under a tree by the sea. Together at last, side by side, their love story lived on in the whispers of the waves and the colors of the sunset. People said that sometimes during twilight you could see two figures walking hand in hand along the shore, one carrying a rose, the other smiling in the light. Their story became a legend, a reminder that love never truly dies. It lingers in the hearts of those who dare to love beyond time, beyond pain, beyond life itself. And though their ending was tragic, their love was eternal, pure, unbroken, and unforgettable. So if you ever stand by the ocean and feel the wind brush against your face, remember them. Remember that love, no matter how brief, is the most beautiful thing we can ever feel. And even when it ends in heartbreak, it leaves behind something more powerful than sorrow. It leaves behind hope. Because true love, no matter how tragic, never really says goodbye.